Hey, happy Hopeful Friday to you. I'm out here, been out to the greenhouse, and I just don't know if you can see these too well, but I brought some lemons. These are from the grocery store, so I just kind of give you a comparison. I picked one of mine today, and it's just off a spindly little tree, but look at the difference in the lemon's size and the color. These dudes are huge. I mean, it's more like an orange in your hand. Uh, so I'm gonna make some lemon butter out of that, and that'll be some spread for different kinds of bread, maybe biscotti or something like that. But anyway, I just want to come by and talk to you guys a little bit about gardening and planting your garden, planting anything really. But you know, if you're like me, a lot of times at about harvest time, like when you see this, because this tree set fruit, I didn't mark it down, but I think it was somewhere in June or July. So, you know, we're talking 6 months or so from the time it set until the time I got the first harvest off of it. That's a long time. And typically we see something like that and we're like, well, you know, I'd like to have that, so I'd like to plant something right now. Well, we kind of get caught up in that, and we're at the wrong time of year. So in gardening, you know, if you want to raise some of your own food, which is, it can be expensive depending on, you know, what all you have to do, but everything kind of weighs out. You have different, you know, like, you know exactly what you put on that. You know if you treated it with any chemical fertilizer, if you sprayed anything on the plant. You know, to me, that peace of mind is worth something. And then a lot of times, especially at some sort of scale, you actually, it saves you money over what you would pay at the grocery store. So you kind of have to think about that whenever you're budgeting for your garden. But more than that, just planning it, because, and I'm saying planting with an N, not planting with a T. This time of year is a really good time in the next really 30 days to start tomato plants from seed if you want to do that. Any of your cold crops, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, all the little Brussels sprouts, those things could all be started from seed, or you can buy plants if you want to go to a nursery. There's a lot of good nurseries around, and you can plant those, you know, toward the end of frost. And but anyway, you could get them started in a south window or in a small hobby greenhouse or something like that, and start planting your garden space, getting your soil ready. You know, getting all the, this time of year here it's dormant, so you get all the grass roots out of it. There really shouldn't be anything growing as far as weeds and that kind of stuff yet. And you know, get it cleaned up, get it prepared. One thing we did this year was put cardboard down with old hay on top of it, and that will create kind of a mulch and a weed barrier, and it will hold moisture and keep the temperature of the soil down in the hot summertime. And we can just poke holes in that cardboard and hay and plant right on top of that, and that'll eventually turn into compost or topsoil. So, but you have to plan those things, you know, so that you can have a nice red juicy tomato in July. That starts now. So, you know, think about that. And if you thought about gardening, or you know, if you're concerned about your food, where it comes from, how much of it there is, if we're always going to have this kind of supply, or if there's going to be a shortage. A lot of people think a lot of different things, but there's proactive steps that you could take, just like anything else in your life, to set yourself up to be successful and, you know, have plenty of food on your table. So just wanted to come by and just kind of give you guys a reminder that it's getting close to gardening season. Even though we got 2 or 3 more months before the warm season stuff will be set out, it's not too early to plant. It's not too early to start your seeds. And you know, just wish you guys a happy Hopeful Friday, and we'll catch you down the road.